Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Tonight's video is the $5 meal. So I went to McDonald's yesterday and I got a $5 meal and I loved it. So I thought maybe I can make another one, make one at home. So where I got the $5 meal was McDonald's. So what I liked about the $5 meal was I ate the $5 meal and basically I wasn't hungry until the next day, really. I think I ate a little something last night. So I thought, wow, this is really good. It was 1 chicken sandwich, 4 pieces of chicken nuggets, a small order of fries, and a small drink. So I thought I am going to try to make my own $5 meal. We'll see what happens. So I have French fries and taquitos. So following the pattern of 4 pieces of chicken nuggets, I'm substituting 3 taquitos, and I have 1 small order of fries. And then for the drink, this was the small Coke. Oh, thank God it wasn't the grease. This was the small Coke. So what I did is I froze some Coke, and then I have some Coke in there. I also have homemade peach tea, and I'm going to make a chocolate banana smoothie. But let me keep an eye here real quick on my my taquitos. And then back here I have 2 cups of water and 2 chicken bouillon cubes. And what I would normally do is I would use these top ramens, but I had extra macaroni. So I want to make myself a tasty noodle bowl. So 2 cups water, and then I use these bouillon cubes, but I put 2 in there because it's quite a bit of macaroni. That I bought this macaroni at Dollar Tree. And you get a lot, and it was really fresh. I found I got a lot, and so this could be a top ramen at this point, cooked. All right. Now I want to put a ½ tablespoon of taco seasoning in my macaroni. This is going to make a whole lot of food, so I'm just going to eat this. I keep it in the refrigerator, and then I eat it the next day or maybe later tonight. Some days I eat a lot, but what I really love is when I eat and then I'm not. So this is a ½ tablespoon, so I think that'll be about right. That top ramen meal I made was good. So I want some chicken, and I want some taco seasoning. Let me taste this and see if I have enough. Not too much taco seasoning. If you have kids, you could go lighter. Okay, that is really good. So, I think I need a little bit more. Maybe about a half a tablespoon. Okay. Well, if any of you have YouTube channels, yesterday I got excited because I got 7 million views, and I forgot to thank you guys for watching the video. So, to all the 7 million people out there who have watched my YouTube videos, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. The YouTube, my idea was to help people who don't have much money, but it ended up helping me more than anyone. Of course, that's the way it usually works. Okay, so now I am going to make a tasty sandwich following the pattern Okay, so I bought this. I usually don't buy these, but I was in McDonald's and I thought, wow, these look really fresh. I am going to buy this, and I'm glad I did too. So, it's going to be for my $5 meal a hot dog sandwich. So you might be thinking, who wants to eat a hot dog sandwich? Well, there is a trick to the hot dog sandwiches. You want to buy good sausages. Ooh, my fries. And another thing is when you make your own stuff, it's nice and fresh. Okay, let me get my... You guys, if you have ever tried to do this, it is so hard to do, but that is okay. I am up for the job. So I have 3 taquitos. You can save your cooking oil, just cool it before you save it. You can use it 2 or 3 times. Oh, this looks good. So I'm not going to be getting hungry. I don't want to get hungry in an hour, in a half hour. I can really recommend the McDonald's $5 meal. So you might be thinking, fine for you, Rhoda, I don't have $5. Do you guys remember when I collected cans? You need 100 cans approximately for $5. That's a good way to save a day's food. All right, so let me cut this in half, so I want to toast this a little bit. So I'm trying to go light on the carbs, but not misery making. Misery making is not going to last. Okay, so let me show you. Here is what we have so far for the $5 at-home meal. So I mentioned to you guys that one time I took this class and the teacher asked us a question, what is the definition of intelligence? And I said application of knowledge, and he said no. And for the longest time, I thought he was wrong. When I was a stylist, certain girls, I would say, do this, do this, do this. They would do it, and, they look so pretty. And it wasn't. Okay, here is some chicken that I bought. Today was the pizza. Okay, so I have a little chicken. I'm going to cut it in some nice strips. Today was pizza day at Ralph's for $5. But last week, I don't think I was eating that much chicken. This is some kind of back piece with a little meat. Well, I will eat that. Okay, so I have water. I have 2 bouillon cubes. I have taco seasoning, and now I have chicken. Here it is. All right. Now what's going in here? Okay, so now I want to put some canned corn. So what you can do, this is why having a stockpile. You go, okay, I have macaroni, I have water, I have taco seasoning, I stored up some chicken or no chicken. It doesn't have to be meat. And okay, so it's going to be top ramen, but I have macaroni, chicken, corn, taco seasoning, and in a few minutes it's going to be cheese. And so it's going to be like a tortilla soup. And in my stockpile, I had some tortilla chips from Dollar Tree. All right. So, yeah. I mentioned to you guys that I started buying good cheese marked down. Here it is. So putting some cheese on this, and I think I have some, where is that? Well, I think I'll use chives because I don't know. Chives are good. Enough so we can taste them, you know. Almost all Mexican food has some form of onions. And so if we start growing onions, that is going to be tasty. All right, and then I have a little homemade butter. And so on this kind of food, if you have a little good fat, it's going to make all of the difference. And I make homemade, I make homemade butter that's cheaper out of margarine and cream cheese or, all right, so we'll melt the butter in there. This could be spaghetti, it could be noodles, it could be top ramen, it could be any kind of cheese, it could be anything, whatever you, so, okay, so McDonald's meal, we have one chicken sandwich. It could be a chicken sandwich or a hamburger from a Dollar Tree. 4 pieces McNuggets. I have Dino chicken nuggets in there, small fries. It could be sweet potato fries. So I want enough food here for 2 meals. Okay. All right, so we have, it could have been top ramen. We have chicken, leftover cheese, corn, and taco seasoning. So now this is the good thing about homemade stuff. Just use your creative license. Whatever you have in the house, that's what you want to eat. All right, all right, so here is my bread that I toasted. That's Walmart bread. And then I just want to put this cheese on the top. All right, that's looking really good. All right, I'll be back to this in a minute. Very bad messes happen. Okay, so, you know, there's nothing to stop you from making 2 or 3 $5 meals, and you can have more than one, like if you have a family. So here's my sausages. So what I do is I lurk around, and then I get those on sale at Albertson, no, Ralph's. They say a dull knife is dangerous. I'm here to tell you that's true. All right. I'm just going to make one sandwich, but I have a sausage that's good to go for tomorrow. You could put cheese on this, but because I have the cheese in my soup, I'm not going to. So a lot of it has to do with stockpiling, but if you don't have a stockpile, then just use whatever you have. So we have the sandwich, and I'm going to put mayonnaise and mustard on my sandwich. You know, whatever you have. So these could be hot dog sausages, Vienna sausages, any kind of meat you have. and some mustard. This is important to teach your children, you know, when they go, there's nothing to eat. Okay, go in the kitchen, you know, get a, it could be frozen fries. And, you know, come on, kids, what are we gonna do, starve? No, we're going to apply knowledge. You don't have to be a genius for this one. So we have some taquitos, 3. These could be nuggets. And then we have our homemade French fries. I'm going to put the other hot dog on here because that can be included in your $5 meal. No, I don't cook nights for nothing. These are homemade zucchini pickles. And so I'm going to have some of those on my sandwich. Remember these? There's a few onions, that's good too. These people sitting around with no food in the house make me nervous. But once you learn this stuff, then you know you're not going to be nervous. Okay, I have some salsa. Okay, I'm going to pretend it's hard times. And so I wisely save my taco sauce from Taco Bell. If you're there, try to get a few extras, you know what I mean? All these cheap skills. If you get the dollar burritos or whatever, you know, you can ask for a couple extra, hot sauces. Or if you use your McDonald's app and you get a very cheap order of the large fries on Friday, and they give you a whole bunch of ketchup, you know, save them. Don't throw them in the trash or leave them on the table. Or if somebody leaves them on the table and you want them, I'm pretty sure you, so here's my thrifty idea. All right, so now, here is $5 meal number 1 by Rhoda. All right, that's $5 meal number 1. Okay, this is $5 meal number 2. It's like tortilla soup. And I bought chips a while back, and I had these, so I don't have tortilla strips, so I will just crumble my chips on top. Here we have $5 meal number 2. Okay, now we are going to make a tasty dessert. All right, so it's leftovers. It's, you know, just being damn right cheap. Now, we have a chocolate banana smoothie. We saved everything, which was smart of us. So here is 3/4 cup chocolate milk. So you might be thinking that's not enough. Yeah, that's enough. We don't need that much. Now we have bought some yogurt, or made some. I bought some. Sometimes if you find a really good deal like this, all right, I am just going to eyeball it. So around Christmas time, I bought a whole bunch of these chocolate balls. These are good, for 75% off. So I think that's about 3/4. And then I have milk that I bought, and I froze that, organic milk. So I will put about maybe about a half a cup, so as to equal a cup. Then, I bought bananas. Oh, good. I'm glad this happened. All right. Don't look in my freezer. Everybody should have such problems, right? All right. These are frozen bananas. And I went, I go, here's a half a banana. That's good. It depends. You can add more bananas if you want it very banana. If you want to really taste the banana as opposed to the chocolate. All right. Let's just blend it in the blender. So good luck trying to get, you could blend some chocolate chips or some nuts and put that on top. What I like to do with the smoothies is freeze them, and then when I'm in the mood for ice cream, I go for a smoothie. All right. Looks good. All right, here we have it. So if you have a lot of good, recipes, and if you start a YouTube channel and you leave under comments your channel, my followers will follow. All right, so there we have it. That is good. Okay, so the idea is we're not going to starve. The $5 meal is good, you guys, at McDonald's, but this is cheaper if you have the stuff in your food storage. Now, I started this all cans in the food storage, 2 cans beans, 2 cans soup, 2 cans meat, and 1 can milk. So every time you go to the store, if you already have food, you're looking for those items. Let me give you this. So if you want a screenshot. All right, now this is good. I don't know if it looks good, but it's very tasty, and it's going to be good the next day. Now I want to talk a little bit about food storage. We don't know what's coming. Most likely it's a recession. So I want to show you what I bought today. The no spend is going to go on for the rest of the year, but that does not include like a few dollars here, a few dollars there. That could actually be kind of counterproductive. So I think it was last week I had bought tortilla chips because we're doing the stockpile where we're buying beans. So you have tortilla chips. And then today, now these are not cheap, but I bought these solely to go with a can of tuna. That is really good meal. And these were $3.98. Sun chips are expensive. I don't know why. You can't really find them cheap. So sun chips, I bought that. Okay, and then today, Walmart had soup, potato and broccoli cheese in the Walmart brand. So these are two good cans for making good stuff. You could make a broccoli and cheese and chicken you could even add it, you could use your creative license. You could add some chicken in there or some broccoli. And then with this, you could add some oysters and that would give you a good meal. And then instead of 1 can of evaporated milk, I bought 2 cans. Because I have quite a bit of beans, I want to concentrate mostly on dairy, but if I find some good soup, then, I'd want to, okay, a few days ago, I bought this vegetarian chili for 99 cents. And so I have my tortilla chips. So that's a good meal. Here's the Dollar Tree elbow macaroni, and it was really fresh. So I like my food fresh. And then I bought another package of this taco seasoning. What is this? And then I already had these items. So you're buying soup. So I bought these veggie flavored, those taste good. Vegetable crackers, wheat thins, and snack time. So if you're eating tuna fish or soup, you have crackers or cheese. And then the one that I try to get, I think is a really good deal, are these Dollar Tree crackers. What I like to do is I put, I make tomato soup with milk, and then I put chunks of cheese in my tomato soup, and then I dip my crackers. And then I wanted to show you, this is something, and I like this because there's a bag in there, so that I can make pancakes at will. The evaporated milk is really important. So you can have cereal and milk, like if you have oatmeal and you mix the evaporated milk, or in the olden days we used the evaporated milk like heavy cream in their recipes. A lot of times back when they said cream, they were talking about evaporated milk. Okay, I got a good video for you. Prayer City of Chicago live Sunday service, Whitfield, Harrington. Prayer City of Chicago live Sunday service, Whitfield, Harrington. I posted that on my X, and I posted some music on there, uplifting type music, because some people are not, it's hard. The economy is hard. It's hard to pay the bills. Okay, so okay, so now why listen to uplifting music? Well, there's a reason. He who stays close to God a lot of really bad stuff is not going to happen to you because the bad cannot stand the good. So that's a good way to keep them away. Also, he who sings prays twice. If I start singing, that is bad because I am not a singer. So I, like in real severe situations, like death, I want to teach you a prayer. I don't know if anybody but me prays this, but I pray, God, can you send your angels to help me? And if that isn't enough, can you come yourself? So never forget that. They talk about like the end of the time, really bad stuff might happen, but if you stand up out of the rubble and you're that lucky, I think about the Trump rally, and I was watching this Prayer City of Chicago live Sunday service, and when I was watching the rally, you know, and the president was almost shot, I thought, well, you know, there's something odd about this. And I kept watching it and re-watching it. Well, I realized, I'm surprised I didn't notice it, people were praying for him. I guarantee you, take another look at that. People that were in back of him, people that were in front of him. I used to go to revivals, so I know the vibe, you know. So that's how we want to be, is we want to be, he was surrounded by the good when the bad tried to, you know. So I wanted to mention that. I still can't get over that. Okay, now I want to talk about, okay, so the economy is the, what do you want to call this? The inflation is getting high, so we want to think about if the grid goes down. That's probably the next thing that's going to happen. One of the next things, maybe another COVID. But after the last COVID, we all know we've got to have masks, and we don't want to be enclosed. You know, if there's another looming pandemic, almost every really bad disease is respiratory. So think about shelter. Okay, during the last pandemic, I think that's when a lot of the seniors were displaced, but fortunately it seems like a lot of them are living in their cars. Or it could be a van. So I'm watching these van videos, and that is shelter. So I'm working on my car. Okay, water. Okay, if the grid goes down, they're not going to pump the water. So, I mean, you can fill anything with water. You can fill large soda bottles, just anything. Keep water in the house. Okay, cans, 2 cans a week. You know, I showed you what I bought. Sometimes I buy more, but once you get the food in the house, like I have yogurt to make more yogurt. I have pickles. I have hot carrots that I made. So if I was really broke, I could have a sandwich with a small vegetable, which would be my pickled. So also important, like making peanut butter and jam. In the morning, a peanut butter and jam sandwich is a good breakfast. Okay, so shelter, water, food, and cash. So you might be thinking, I cannot save any cash. Well, a lot of times when you need cash, you don't need that much. So just save $1 a day and think about it as like a dripping faucet. How pretty soon, you know, it floods the house. Okay, so now I want to talk about the stockpile. Like, think about these foods. Canned meals. Okay, you know, oh, did I show you these were the hot dogs? What I did is when I saw these at Ralph's, I bought several packages. So that's why I have, here we go. Saturday morning is the best. Okay, so think about like, okay, 1 can for 1 day food. So these $5 meals are for enough for a day, for 2 days. I eat it all. Freeze your Coke and then pour your Coke in. Okay. Canned meals, soup. So think about, can I survive on this soup? Bread, you can buy bread marked down easily. Pork and beans, you can live on pork and beans. And if you have bread, that's even better. If you have evaporated milk, you can eat bread and milk with sugar. You can eat rice and milk with sugar. Potatoes, French fries, French fries are very expensive these days. Another thing, I see how hard of a time I've had growing tomatoes. I'd stock up on ketchup and salsa. You know, we're eating a lot more tomatoes. I wanted to mention my tortilla soup. One thing I could have made with first of all, I try not to make leftovers, but that Dollar Tree macaroni and cheese that says half a cup for one serving, that's correct. But I could have made with my macaroni a leftover. I just pour a can of stewed tomatoes, salt, pepper, and sugar. So you have to keep testing it to see when you get enough sugar. So if you had some hot dogs and some macaroni and tomatoes, or a big bowl of macaroni and tomatoes, the trick is you want something that's going to keep you full. Like, I love that about the $5 meal. Okay, potted meat, those are still cheap. So you have mayonnaise, mustard, and potted meat, devil ham, and maybe some chips or some French fries, tuna and sun chips, chili and sun chips, but chili and tortilla chips, and then peanut butter. So let me show you this. So now, yesterday, I want to just have a few more things and then I'm done. All right, where was I? Okay, so the two good cereals are oatmeal and cornflakes. So if you have cornflakes and milk, Spam, eggs, and toast, or Vienna sausages, bacon, baked beans with eggs and toast, and cold peaches. Okay, I want to mention vegetables. If you stockpile peas, you can make pea soup. Potatoes, potato soup. You have potato soup, you put oysters and corn chowder. So I want to mention these foods. Corn dogs. So instead of taquitos, I could get corn dogs. I could get chicken nuggets, frozen burritos, fish patties, or fish sandwiches. How about a fish sandwich and a chocolate shake? That's like McDonald's, but you make it at home. Cheese and olive enchiladas, spaghetti, homemade cakes, pies, and cookies, scalloped potatoes, eggs with grits and toast, breakfast sandwich, cottage cheese with apple or pineapple. Okay, so now what we're trying to get through is we're trying to get through the next 5.5 years. We're trying to get to 2030 in one piece. We're trying not to lose all our money. We're trying not to end up homeless. So if it came down to it, you would want to protect your dwelling. That's the most important thing. Go live in your dwelling with no utilities. Let your cards go into default or whatever that is, but hang on to your house, because it's going to be so bad if you're rendered homeless. So I wanted to mention that. All right, I want to talk about false prophets. Okay, they say in the end of times, people are not going to know the true from the false. So that means people aren't going to know the true prophets from the false prophets. So you will hear them talk about everything except for Jesus, because that will get you demonetized. Also, dreams are suspect. Also, they're talking about the 3 days of darkness. Okay, if the sun comes up in the morning because the grid's down, that's not the 3 days of darkness. But it will be bad, but we can survive. they're saying, so then they cover their bases and they say possibly spiritual darkness. No, this is going to be dark day and night for 3 days. And then about the judgments. The judgments are not for the good people. That's why you want to stay close to the good. Not to say nothing bad stuff doesn't happen to good people. That does. We saw that. But those aren't judgments. That's like the act of a madman or something like that. And then we want to worry about food and water. Okay, I want to talk about buying everything at the cheapest possible price. I found this conditioner for $2.99. That will last a long time. And then I'm buying socks and underwear, and I found these $16 socks for $2. So I want to make sure I have socks and underwear because, you know, that's bad. And I'm going to be buying, I'm going through the house, I'm getting ready stuff, but I need clothes, so I'm going to buy probably all the clothes at the thrift store. So, okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye.